Hey, welcome back to SGS. I'm Sarge, and we're bringing music to the front lines today. And today we're doing Dax Depression. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. I've not seen it, not heard it. I love Dax. I love his theatrical mind, his flair for drama, and he can sing, he can rap, he can talk, he screams, he does all sorts of stuff. He can dance, he can do all sorts of stuff. So while this is depression, I don't know how much dancing he's going to do in it, etc. We're here for it. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Truly does help me. It really does help me. And keep the comments coming. Keep them on coming. Help educate me on Dax just as much as the other artists that you guys have helped me with. If you know anything about it, it's truly appreciated. All right, let's dive into it. Here we go. Woo. Okay, he is gonna scream. Was that a nightmare? Ooh, I like this beat, man. This is different. There's an alcohol bottle. Brushing his teeth, getting ready.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away.
Wait. Is this sort of like like a R&B sort of like country crossover type thing? This is nice, man. I actually like the beat. I like how he's kind of singing it a little bit. It looked like he woke up from like a nightmare, you know, being on the seas, etc. And then he's got, you know, beer bottles, etc. Wow, look at the old TV too. This is like being at my grandmother's house back in the day or something, if she even had a TV back then. I can't remember now. All right, let's start it over and let's play this through. This is crazy. Yeah, so there's a boat. That's what I thought I saw, man, but it was so quick. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know if that was a dream or not. Not sure. We'll find out. I like that bass coming in and the strings, etc. That's nice.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Sometimes I sit and I reminisce about the good times. Wish I could get those back. I keep on running these races that go in my mind, and they go on these tracks. I'm not ready to erase all my memories. I fight depression and I let it get the best of me. Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, filling up the space inside my heart and my home, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone.
Wow. Wow, man. So we're talking about depression. He's talking about basically he's filling the empty void with alcohol, etc. I know he has a song, I think, called Dear Alcohol, so maybe we'll get into that too. I'm sure we will. But he's trying to drown out the thoughts until they leave him alone. Yeah, that's basically what's happening. And he's just looking at all the different things that are triggering him lightly in life because he's so overwhelmed with the depression and the thoughts. And if you guys have had depression or you're currently in depression, please go seek somebody out, whether that's a friend or a family member. At least start a little bit talking it out. But I would highly advise you go to somebody that's a professional because they're you know, built for it. You know, you can only put so many bags on a camel's back before it lays down, and that's what happens when you're in depression, etc., and things like that. If you start wearing out your family and friends, like, they can only do so much because they're not, most of them are not probably qualified as like a medical professional would be. And so yeah, but wow, man, this is nice. And I like this little beat in the background. I like him singing. It's a definite change of pace. It's go back.
Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor. Filling up the space inside my heart and my home. Drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone. I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. These thoughts are draining all my energy. I try to tell them to God, they said I'm going insane, and then they recommended therapy. And I go and talk to a man who's getting paid to explain. He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connecting to accomplishments associated with moving on in life and past the things that my heart cannot contain. So the happiness won't sustain.
Wow, he's talking about the chemical imbalance, and that's sometimes what happens. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that therapy works for everybody, or a psychiatrist or a psychologist is exactly what you need. I don't know everybody's issues out there. A lot of times it will happen, but at the same time, you can get into situations where all they want to do is prescribe you medication and then just dumb you down to a zombie, and that's no good either, man. That doesn't fix the problem. I mean, that's just a Band-Aid fix. So I don't know if that's where he's going with it or not, but I really like the direction of this video so far. All right, let's go back just a little bit here.
He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connecting to accomplishments associated with moving on in life and past the things that my heart cannot contain. So the happiness won't sustain. And he read me my options. He said, here goes a pill, only take 2 eat a meal, and it'll numb how I feel.
There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. But then you're not you.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Should I drown all these thoughts, or should I leave them to float? I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change, but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you're exposing your heart.
Yes, they say that all the time, when you're exposing your heart, that you're not a man. Because, you know, in our society, the way Dax and I and everybody else probably grew up, because he's a little bit older, not much older, but like he's not a young guy at this point, I don't think. When a man cries, that's a sign of weakness. That like men don't. I heard that from my own father when I was little. Boys don't cry, men don't cry, or whatever. You know, that kind of upbringing, and that was, you know, that type thing was accented by my uncles and all the other, you know, because that's what they were taught. But that's not right. That's not right. Men, women, children, they all have feelings and emotions. And you need a place to be able to exercise those things from time to time. It's part of life, life's ups and downs, and it's also a good way to kind of release all that pressure and tension and things that are happening, man. So again, wow. Let's go back. Let's play it.
In pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change, but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you're exposing your heart. Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then it cuts you so deep and they can tell by the scars. We can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame and you won't never get far. Don't you bottle the pain and live your life in the dark. You're meant to break from those chains and shine as bright as a star. Don't you ever tell yourself that your depression is the reason you won't make it, or that happiness is not in your cards. With our God, you can beat all the odds. Keep your faith and you'll never be lost, and say I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days.
What are we doing? Wow, he found the way out. Wow. Because it looked like those people had him under surveillance the entire time, you know? Like they were watching his every move and trying to keep him in that depression mode, I guess maybe. I don't know. Wow, man. Let's make sure there's not anything else. Now, granted, I don't know Dax and I don't know every meaning behind this. So if you guys know what the meaning of the whole is, but the way I figured is he figured out a way out of that cycle. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure. All I know is this was completely different. I like this along with the PTSD. So I assume like Dear Alcohol or something like that. It's kind of similar in this vibe, but I liked it because it had sort of like that country background with a little bit of pop. It was very much a pop song, to be honest. But I loved it. I loved it. It was great. With that being said, guys, you know, like I said before, if you're struggling with depression or mental illness in some form, shape, or way, please go see a professional out there. Don't do anything crazy. You know, go talk it out. Go get around friends or family. And if you don't have those, obviously, go seek a professional. You know, if you know, especially if you're in dire need, man. It's never more imperative. There's a lot going on. We've lived through a lot since 2019. There's been a lot of craziness in this world happening. With that being said, I've been Sarge. Eat well, be safe. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful night.